everyone, welcome back to Notruf 112, and as you can tell by everybody running, it is time to start off another call. So the controls are very drifty. Also, my frame rate is pretty hemorrhaged for some reason. Okay, that's great. That's great. So I actually turned my graphic settings down. And yeah, that's a little bit crap. So anyway, we're responding to a truck fire on the motorway, and I'm playing this now. There has been an update about a week and a half ago, and we've now got more stuff. So we've now got oh god, that's absolutely hemorrhaged. So as you can tell, I've had to play about with the draw distance, which is causing some issues. Seems to only really be looking in this direction. So as I've discussed plenty of times before, my system can more than handle this, but for some reason or other, Notruf won't let the resources be used. So as a result, I've had to raise a tech support issue with the makers of it, and hopefully this low frame rate will be fixed at some point. I'm just wondering if I can maybe turn down visibility range for a bit. So as you might have, it's not like done anything, has it? Let's bring it right down. Graphics. Yeah, okay, right. That should then help us. Yeah, okay, that's bumped us. That's bumped us right back up. That's fine. We'll keep it on like this for just now. It's a little bit frustrating, but as I say, I'm waiting on my tech support issue being answered. Hopefully it will be done during the start of the week, and I can get to the 60 FPS running that my system is much more than capable of handling. So one thing you might have just got a glimpse of if you were paying attention when I was fidgeting in the settings was that there is a new feature, and that is dynamic weather. So at the moment it is sunny in this Mulheim Marnen. But that can change. That can change. Now, if you have Notruf 112 yourself, and you're sitting there thinking, "Oh, I don't know there's weather." It has been disabled by default. You need to turn it on in the settings. So if you're using the latest version, you just have to go to your settings, and you should be able to do that. Anyway, we're on fire. It's on scene for the truck fire. We just need to wait on our little ambulance catching us up. Anytime. Alrighty. Let's move. Okay, so. Oh yeah, this is the LF that we're in, so let's now just pick up a little respirator. So while they're all getting set up, let's go have a little examination, see what we're dealing with. Probably going to be the foam boom that gets done. Yeah, okay. So it's just a simple engine fire on the lorry here. Cool. So you guys should probably, yes, so they have so the water tender team have connected up their water tank for us to be able to use, which is going to be helpful. Now, what are you doing? Okay, we're just in the process of connecting all this stuff up just now. Alrighty. Okay. So I'm not sure who's going to be doing the fire putting it out, if it's going to be me or my assistant, because I am the section leader here. I assume, yeah, it's going to be my assistant. So we will monitor them. They're going to get the big foam boom, which is this, and you might hear some calls as my dog is trying to get in. So I'll let him in. Come on in, you moron. There you are, Alfie. Right, okay, so, I'm getting sprayed. Oh, that looks like a very misty swamp. Okay, so this should be out reasonably quickly, and it is! Excellent. So Alfie's just clattering into things like a retard. What you up to, Alf? What you up to? You need to go lie down, old man. You'll do. Excellent. Okay, so fire's out. The leader has now decided he doesn't want to hang around. Lazy bastard. Right, okay, so this is done, so let's close this, but I can't reach. Okay, oh, hang on. I'm sure I need to be a certain bit away. So now you can see the rain starting to fall. I'm just going to change to somebody else because it's not letting me close it. Excellent, okay. Oh, wait, you still got that one. Yes, so as the rain starts to fall in Mulheim and der Ruhr, we are going to pop off back to base. Go the passenger. Excellent, so, oh god, oh giddy goose, it has become very rainy. So, yes, that's our first emergency dealt with. We will come back when there's another thing to deal with. Alrighty, another call here. So the rain is still pouring here in Mulheim. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. The rain is still pouring here in Mulheim and der Ruhr, and yet we have a car fire to deal with. So we're responding in Ep.20. So we're gonna rock out in that. We've got weather! So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty dark given it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyway, we're on the way to this car fire. Now, there's one thing I actually want to do. So, people commented on this and I said that I didn't do it because it didn't do anything. But now it does do something. So, I'm now going to say we are status 3 en route to the scene. So, we're going to update that. And I think that's the police lights, so it's pretty nearby. So we're just going to say that we are arriving at scene. Okay, here we are. So, let's get everybody out. And unfortunately, it's all weatherful. It's going to be a quick deploy hose, so this isn't going to be a particularly long call. I do wonder if the rain helps stop the fire that's out already. Alright, okay. That's fair enough. Okay, so we're going to pop back in. So what we're now going to say is we are status 1, ready to respond by radio. So now that actually means something, I am told by the changelog, which would... I'm really hoping it does work. I am really hoping it does work. While we're driving, I can alt-tab, and thankfully it doesn't show you. If I go to... crap, where is it? Notruf 112 and go to view news. I'll just tell you what it says here. So yes, missions will now only be generated when you are set to ready to respond in station or ready to respond via radio. So if you set yourself to something else, i.e. if you just want to muck around for a little bit, you don't have to, you won't get calls, which is ideal. So there is of course no guarantee because there is a slightly random length of time to when you get a call. But what I think the most interesting thing is if you have like a situation like this, where you've got one unit who's already out, then the rest of the, so you'll have like different response times, which I guess is kind of going to be the starting point of the possibility of getting other, you know, like stations and resources involved. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know. I'm still hoping it is, but yeah, we don't know. But by the looks of things, we're just going to get back to the station without getting another call, which is a bit fair. We'll keep it going until everything does, and everyone, until we actually get back in the station proper, and then we'll kind of just do that. So one thing I have to say is that their sprites for the raindrops hitting off the top are kind of a little bit mislocated. It's working well for the buildings and for the grounds, but not so much on the vehicles. But yeah, we're definitely back in there, so that nice kind driver is letting us reverse back into the station. And we're home. Okay. So yes, we're now just going to skip ahead to the next emergency that comes in. It's still pretty dark here in Mulheim and Der Ruhr, and yeah, it's yeah. We have a skip fire that requires a DLK unit. Now, I think I've gone the wrong person. Oh, yes, I have actually. F1, F5, F2. I wanted to be the Dun-Diddly-Do driver, so let's get the dipped headlights on and the blue lights, which you can't actually see for the goddamn thing, so that's a slight flaw with this. Right, okay. Alright. So we're going to a fire, and I can't even remotely see where I'm going. Oh god, why did I agree to do this? To be the driver? Okay, well, the AI just crashed. Okay. Let's just try and get there in one piece, shall we? Okay. They're all getting out our way, which is very, very kind of them. We need to get around this corner. Right, okay. I can hardly see Jack. Oops, I still got this on. That wasn't annoying at all. Okay. Well, we'll put this on basically just to see that we're here. Oh, the rear blue light. I've never noticed this before. Ah, right. The best place for us to set up, probably here. Yeah, that should be fine. So we're just going to wait for the ambulance service to arrive, which is just about now. Let's start. So I'm going to get out, and I'm actually going to change to... I'm actually not going to change to the DLK person. I actually want to see how the AI performs. So one of the things I tend to notice in larger fires with Notruf 112 is the AI will only focus on one part of the fire, and once it's out they won't move on to other parts. With smaller fires they do, but with larger fires they don't, really requiring that you have to do everything by yourself. So I kind of just want to do it from the ground level at the moment, and they've plonked that down on top of the hose, which isn't healthy. And they've twisted that through here, which isn't healthy. Also, they've kind of pointed the lights in the wrong place, so let me just control the light mess. Let me just change that. So rotate to the left. Okay, so I think that is probably perfect. Okay. Now this is interesting. So now that I've selected to do the light mast, I actually can't go into first person view. In fact, oh no, that's machinist. Right, okay, so that's a smidgen of a bug. I wonder if I change, if I do F2, F3, why not? And then F1, F1, F2. Okay, great. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. F2, F2. So I can go first person now. So I'm first person. If I now change to F1, F2, third person. Huh, okay, that's a very curious bug. So if you control the light mast, you can't go first person in that person anymore. Okay, right, well, F1, F2 will just stay as the attacky person. And that's the fire out. So that's a good sign, the fact that for larger fires, it has now been put out. So now we've got to disconnect and get everything ready to head back to base. And I was a bad person. I kind of forgot to do this. So we'll say that we're ready to respond by radio, actually. The reason for that is we're still in the emergency is over. So although it will take us some time while we're still dismantling our resources, we can, if needed, respond to another emergency. Alright, so these guys are going to start getting this stuff peeled down, I think. So DLK unit is slowly lowering itself, which is satisfactory. Okay. And the rain stopped, so we're back to clear skies because it's 11 o'clock at night now. And the fire is out. The fire is out. I think now that I think about it, problem, I think it won't actually give you any calls when you're driving back to base, because technically the call doesn't end until you're back at the station. So everybody has to be parked up in their bays before it will give you the end of call screen to tell you about everything that's happened. So I think being able to respond by radio is kind of meaningless at the moment. But yeah. Anyway, we'll come back when something happens. Right, so we've got another call out, and I'm very, very curious about something. So I've never seen this before. We've got a small configuration to go to, and for some reason that I've genuinely never seen this before, the fire engine is not available. I have no idea why. So we're going to go the head of squad, and we're going to respond to this emergency. Okay, there's not a staircase down here, so I've gone slightly the wrong way. I'm quite curious as to why this is, because the LF unit is here. It's available. There's even a digital accent on it. Okay, well, anyway, we've got a small configuration to go to, and I think this is quite possibly going to be the last call that we deal with today. It's night time here in Mulheim and the Ruhr, with clear skies, and we have what is usually a small bin fire or something. We'll just have to see. Okay, something up ahead, but I can't quite see it for the trees. Oh, it looks like a small bin fire. Or a wooden pallet fire, actually. Let's do F1, F4, F1, F4, F2. Because this is a stupid place to park when you're trying to get an emergency that's here. Okay. And now apparently it won't let you, so you have to park it in a stupid place. Can we park it like this? Yes, but why would you? Okay, let's try this. That's fine, right. I guess this will have to do. So we've got the blue lights warding off people in the that are coming towards us. Let's get our breathing apparatus on here. So we'll get out this section, get on this, and get out of the. Well, the blue light should be enough, I think. Actually, I don't think there's going to be too much of a need to get the road closed off. There's nothing coming anyway. So we've got this fire. It looks like 3 pallets. So let's just get them done. So that's one of them out. No, still smouldering. It's still smouldering. Okay. And that's it. That's that dealt with. So yeah, we've now got weather in the game, so they are still making a lot of promising changes to this this game, which is always cracking to see. Let's get that up, push back in, and close down. And I think we're now going to head off to base. Excellent. So we'll let Machine Man drive, and yeah, I think for this week I'm going to say thank you very much for watching this episode of Notruf 112. Oh, okay, that's a wacky line, but I suppose we're on the wrong side of the road. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!